What's going on, y'all? Straight to the point, sports and entertainment. Hit that like button, all right, when you come in. Let's get right to it, all right? Now, earlier I had posted, it was a short, and of course it had Bun B, uh, the great Bun B, man, legendary Bun B, Texas legend, hip hop legend all over the South, the trail's finest, owner of the uh, the ever so fast growing popular burger restaurant, Trail Burger, and just a hip hop icon. What's up with it, Cottage? I see you in here, bro. Now, man, this internet culture, man, like I've said before, the internet is undefeated. Okay, so naturally, now you got people labeling Bun B uh, a rat, a snitch, and they see him as weak and not street because he was crying during the testimony, and when he was trying to tell the lawyer what had happened during that the home invasion that had taken place, in which he actually had to be forced to use his weapon in order to protect his family. For those of y'all that are criticizing Bun B, man, listen, man, there ain't nothing weak about Bun B at all, man. Bun B used to come around where I grew up all the time. He showed people love, you know what I'm saying? But one thing about UGK that never was gonna be disrespected, and Bun B was about that life. Yeah, well, he's from Port Arthur Cottage, but that's around the Houston area, but it's really Port Arthur. He's from Port Arthur, Texas. Now, you see, man, that's how weak social media and the internet has become. It's gotten to a point where now if a man is doing what's necessary, to protect his family, they see that as weak. If a man is, emotional because, he, his better half, which is his wife, damn near is, about to lose her life and everything, and you're in a situation where you truly love you love that person and everything, and you don't want nothing happening to your wife or your kids or anything like that. Of course it's going to make you feel some type of way. But now we've gotten to this culture now that looks at that as, oh, he a weak, or he's simp, or he ain't gangster, or something like that. Okay, do you not know that this man? Okay, first off, Bun B is not 20. He's not 18. He's not 28. He ain't even 38. Ain't even 48. Man, this guy is in his 50s. Okay, and on top of that, Bun B, yes, he rapped. He was about the streets. He did the street life and everything like that. But a lot of people got to understand that this man is a business owner. He's an entrepreneur. He runs a label, and he's a boss too. And he has sponsors. And on top of that, a lot of people don't even understand. that Bun B was a professor at Rice University, at a D1 university. And the reason why I mention all of this is because, okay, he's a citizen that pays taxes like everybody else, okay, but he was forced to use. They forced his hand because somebody was trying to intrude his house to could have possibly put his family at risk. And as a man, that's what you're supposed to do. Is you're supposed to protect your family. He, of course, shooting the individual, and whenever, of course, you legal obligations that that you have to settle, especially if that person tends to press, because that person, a lot of people don't know this. Oh, it's an unfortunate thing, even though that person intruded with bad intentions and everything. When you shot that individual or whatever, I mean, and self-defense and all of that, but at the same time, there's that's the law, and that's what they unfortunately they pay by. So needless to say, Bun B did have to go to court, and he still had to give his testimony and everything. I want to tell you right now that isn't snitching. That's not ratting. But because you see Bun B on a court stand, because you see him there, him shedding tears because the situation was so near and dear to him. If you've ever been in a situation like that before, then I'm quite sure you would be feeling some type of, many things could have happened. That person could have came in there and killed everybody. And then we would be having a whole different argument. Then on top of that, what if that, because the guy that was in there, the intruder that was in the courtroom, he was looking like it was looking like he didn't have any type of remorse at all. I was looking at his face the whole time. You said, yeah, hold on one second. You said, okay. He did know that Queenie had dealt with anxiety before. Yeah, exactly, he did. Yeah, man, I read somewhere that his wife was screaming. Yeah, exactly. And, in a situation like that, man, most people, you got some idiots out here, man, that's going to say, okay, well, man, he should have did this and he should have did that. Man, you don't know what you're going to do in that type of situation. Because you weren't placed in that situation. You weren't in that life and death. You weren't in a life and death situation in order for you to have to do what Bun B did or whatever. There was even some people that asked question why he shot him and everything. Hell, if you come up in my house, my kids are there, I'm gonna have to do whatever, and my family is there. I'm gonna have to be forced to do whatever's necessary. My wife is there. I'm gonna have to do whatever's necessary to protect my family. It's either because you only get one life, man. You only get one life, and a lot of people don't even look at it like that. So I trip out on a lot of the people that are sitting up here. They criticizing him, saying that he's not gangster. Listen. Hey, being gangster, listen, this is another thing too. Being gangster isn't even being on the streets at this point in his life right now. You know what being gangster is? Being gangster is handling your business, handling your obligations, handling your responsibilities, making sure that your family is safe and secure. That's what being a gangster is at his standpoint. And even then, you intruding, someone's house, and you intruding another black man's house at that. You know what I'm saying? And trying to take him or possibly take whoever's in there take their life. There's nothing gangster about that. You killing innocent people. There's nothing gangster about that. There's nothing gangster about that at all. So I think people got the definition of being, gangster. They got that misconstrued and they got it, flipped over. Because the thing about it is that Bun B, he's in another place in his life right now. Bun B, man, he's got businesses. He's got, promotions. He's well known. He's well known everywhere. Pretty much. You know what I'm saying? He's worldwide known and everything. But especially all over Texas. This guy comes in contact with millions of people all the time. So you don't know what these people's intentions are. Protect my family. Yeah, you have to. But a lot of people don't really see it that way, unfortunately, Cottage Man. I see it that way. Because listen, what if things would have took a turn for the worse? Then he probably would have been criticized even more. They probably would have been like, "Oh man, you should have protected your wife, or you should have protected your kids, or you should have did this." This guy is a philanthropist. This guy's a business owner. But more importantly, this guy he's a husband, he's a father, he's a grandfather. A lot of people don't know he's a grandfather, and he's a family man. He's the gatekeeper. He was supposed to do what he did. And if you don't believe Bun B should have did what he did, go slap yourself, man. Matter of fact, I don't even want to have no conversation with you. Because that right there tells me everything that I need to know about you. That tells me everything I need to know about your character. I remember when Bun B dropped an album when he was young. Yeah, him and the great Pimp C. And look, man, everybody's always gonna bring up, that situation, situations that happened with Pimp C and Bun B and stuff like that. Look, you can have your opinion on that. I've gotten a lot of facts on the situation. I know people that actually know Bun B, that actually know Pimp C and everything, man. People are gonna say what they want to. They're gonna have their various opinions. Okay, but from what I see, Bun B has done nothing but good. You know what I'm saying? I've heard way more good things than I have, negative things about Bun B. But now, of course, a lot of people in this situation that might have some ill will or might feel a certain type of way about Bun B. Of course, they're gonna have their opinion about this whole situation. Man, I mean, it's all came to this culture. I mean, this society that we live in right now, man, is so dominated by people that are really quick to pass judgment when they're in a situation like that until they get in the situation themselves. It's easy for you to sit back and point the finger and be like, "Oh yeah, well, yeah, he's crying and he's giving a testimony, so he's a rat." They don't even know. Listen, this is what you have to understand, okay? This is what you have to know. There's a big difference, all right? Yeah, you say and Pimp C was real cool. Oh, yeah, man, God rest his soul. This is what we have to understand. If you are a rat, if you are a snitch, okay, this is what it means. You have to be a part of the streets, okay, and you have to be in that lifestyle. And if there's a crime that is committed, and then you go back and you go behind whoever you went back, and you point out those people, and then you get out of the trouble that you're out of, but y'all committed the crime together, but you get less time, or you don't get no time at all, but they're doing their time and everything, but you have to go on the stand. There's paperwork on you and stuff like that. Okay, and they gotta identify you. They gotta point you out. This, that, and the third. That is a rat. That is, and you bring down organizations and stuff like that. That is a rat. This situation has nothing to do with Bun B being a rat or being a snitch. And those are strong, strong words. And listen, Bun B don't even need to respond to that, man. Matter of fact, he could just laugh at that because everybody knows that Bun B isn't. But of course, with it, you got people making memes now. You got people putting snitch in the title and stuff like that. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Because if you actually knew who Bun B was and actually sat down, had a conversation with him and stuff, you wouldn't be saying none of the stuff that you're saying. And as far as him shedding a tear, crying and everything, look, man, you're gonna have your day too. When you cry, all these people that are, sitting here probably calling him a simp and calling him this and calling him that or whatever. I wonder how many of them people have cried when something has happened to him. You know what I'm saying? You said Bun B also said that this is something that we deal with. Yeah, exactly. Listen, man. If you have you got you get where it's a life or death situation. Many emotions are gonna come out. Okay, is he a man? Yes, he's a man. Did he used to be on the streets? Yeah, he used to be on the streets. Has he probably toted guns? Yeah, he toted one, in the home invasion. Did he do some other things, you know what I'm saying, that he probably didn't want to, but he had to, you know what I'm saying? And he did what he had to do in order to do the things that he wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Did he do that? Yeah. But now at this place, he's at a different place in your life. Man, look, when you get a certain age, man, all of that childishness, that pettiness and stuff like that, you hitting the street, you doing this and you doing that, man, all of that, man, got to come to a close one day. Right. You can't be, if you still like 40-something years old, man, and still trying to hit them streets with them guys that's 18, 19 years old, thinking that you could bang with them and stuff like that, man. Listen, man, you're going to get a harsh reality check. You know why? Because a lot of them guys, their minds ain't developed, man. That's what you have to understand. That's just like with the intruder. That guy wasn't nothing but 20 years old. And as I've said before, Bun B is in his 50s, man. You know what I'm saying? He's in his 50s. He's on a whole nother wavelength than what that young guy was. He's not even thinking the same way. They're not even on the same thinking level. That guy probably don't even have a family. He don't have no family. He don't have no properties. He don't have nothing set up, because if he had all of that, then he wouldn't be trying to get in to Bun B's home to do whatever he's trying to do to try to destroy stuff. What's up, KJ? KJ, man. Yeah, hey, Bun B is well respected, man, and all of that stuff that they used to say about Bun B, you know, about the rumors with him and Pimp C and stuff like that, man, let me go ahead and put this out there and let me put this to rest, all right? Bun B got a lot of love for Pimp C, man, all right? I want people to understand that. Yeah, people are gonna come and they're gonna try to do everything that they can to clout chase because Bun B got a name. Did they get along at first? No, they didn't. They did not. I used to like, man. Listen, when UGK was first starting out, these guys were hitting like chitlin circuit areas to go to their to do their concerts and stuff. Okay, they've been grinding for a real long time. They were just real guys, and they would hit them streets. I remember one time, them guys, they came, and this was like when I was real young. I think I was in high school. Man, these guys, hey, got into it, and see, people gotta understand. When you say UGK, you're not just talking about Pimp C and Bun B. There's a whole entire entourage that comes along with the Trill family. I don't think people understand that. You know what I'm saying? So, of course they had their people with them or whatever, and they got into it with some guys, at some club. You know what I'm saying, that I heard about and stuff. These guys were real dudes, but at the end of the day, like, these guys were about their business. You said UGK started in '87 and ended in 2000. Well, they never ended, man. They never ended. I mean, unfortunately, Pimp C, we know the situation that happened. Unfortunately, let's just say Pimp C was taken out, and I'm gonna leave it at that, okay? But UGK has never ended, though. I want to put that out there. UGK has never ended, man. There's still people screaming UGK. But I understand what you mean, like in terms of them going out everywhere and performing. Of course, he can't do that because he doesn't have the other part to him. But he doesn't even need to do hip hop anymore. He found another lane. It's just like with Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre didn't even need to. He doesn't even need to make beats anymore. He didn't even need to make beats anymore because he was doing headphones. Trill Burger is really taking off. When you got people trying to sue you and trying to tarnish the name and trying to take you to court, stuff like that, that's when you know your business is starting to really grow and really be profitable. Yeah, Dr. Dre, yeah, he was a hip hop producer, but when he made the headphones, he was making like $1 billion off of headphones. Beats by Dre. And not only did you have the headphones, you got the laptop. I mean, Dr. Dre don't need to do anything. Unfortunately, his wife, or his ex-wife, rather, is going to be getting all of that money, or getting a lot of that money, but because of the whole divorce and all that. That's why they say it's cheaper to keep her, man. It's cheaper to keep her. Oh, what this guy doing? This guy's trying to ride me, man, for real. Yeah, I mean, I like Dr. Dre too, man, but Dr. Dre had a lot of issues, man. You know, I don't really I don't like the fact, of some of the things that I heard about him. You know what I'm saying? But as far as him being a legend and one of the best to ever do it, yes, I will say that. But I heard a lot of things that about Dr. Dre, and some of those things that I heard, man, I wasn't too fond of. But it doesn't take anything away from his success. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the icons too. He's one of the living legends. Uh, there's still people that if he was to have a concert, there's still people out there that would still come to see him and Snoop Dogg. But everybody got their skeletons in their closet or whatever. So it's just that some of them are all out there. But getting back to Bun B, Bun B, man, he's well respected enough to tell his side of the story and to get on that stand and everything. It would be different, like I said, it would be different if Bun B was in a whole nother situation, if he was still hitting the streets and he had committed a crime and he's trying to do some stuff like Tekashi Snitch 9 did. Now that is a rat. Or what Gunna did. That's ratting. You know what I'm saying? When you're supposed to be down with your crew and everything like that, and they're throwing baseball numbers. I'm sorry about that, football numbers at you in terms of the time that you got to do in jail, and then you get to thinking or whatever. It's sort of like when Denzel Washington was in Training Day, and he was with Snoop, and he got that crack up out of his mouth and everything, and he wanted to know where you got it from, and then of course he had a loaded gun or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and he was a felon, he wasn't supposed to have no gun, and Alonzo was sitting up there, every bullet that he got up out of the that he got out of the magazine, it was so many years, and he kept saying 10, 20, and then finally he just gave them up. See, that's when you're ratting. You said, do you think Bun B can bounce back from this situation? Of course he's gonna bounce back from the situation. Listen, Cotty, there's really no situation to really bounce back from. Listen, man, all of this social media, they're gonna drag this for a couple of days, and then they're gonna move on to the next one. But we gotta understand that, Bun B is not no type of rat. That's what people fail to realize. But we're in this culture now that people will start to make their own definition of what a rat is, or what a snitch is, or what a person that's telling is. Everybody that gets on the stand and gives a testimony, that doesn't mean that they ratting somebody out. He was in an unfortunate situation where it was a life or death situation, and he had to protect his family. And unfortunately, somebody did get hit. Now, nobody got killed, but the dude did get hit. And He's abiding by the law. He's a law. Listen, he's a law-abiding citizen now. You know what I'm saying? Even when he goes, you got to think about it. He hosted the rodeo. He hosted. Do you actually think they're gonna want somebody that's in the streets causing all types of corruption, stuff like that? Do you think that they're gonna, the rodeo is gonna want to sponsor anybody like that, or anybody doing? I keep saying turtles. You think anybody's gonna these people are gonna want to like the what's that, the rodeo, that they're gonna want to sponsor anybody like that? No. Because a lot of them people that they got money, man. These people that are bringing a rodeo there. You know what I'm saying? You got country music. You got venues that are going on there and stuff like that. When you talk about a rodeo and stuff, no, they're not gonna want to sponsor anybody that's in the street still trying to catch bodies, still trying to move work, still trying. You know what I'm saying? Still trying to go in somebody's house and stuff like that and go pull a lick and all that other stuff. No. This guy is a law-abiding citizen now. And even then, we have to understand that even when he was rapping, you got to understand, after a while, he was a law-abiding citizen or whatever. Now, of course, did they go party and do all that other stuff? Yeah, they did. You know how the industry is and stuff like that. But, in terms of them trying to pull licks and commit crimes and stuff like that, that was over with. Now, I know, everybody's always going to revert back to when Pimp C did an unfortunate thing to Master P, trying to steal studio equipment and everything. But, Pimp C was a human being. And Master P chose not to speak on that situation because he said he's not going to speak on a dead man. You know what I'm saying? Which I got to give P his respect on that or whatever. But he's moved on from that. When he pistol whipped Pimp C and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? They was all young back in those days. Yeah. So... But after a while, man, you got to grow up, man. This, like I said, he's a father, he's a grandfather, he's a philanthropist. He does a lot for the community. He's giving back. He's teaching. He was a teacher at a university and stuff, man. That guy's not doing any of that stuff, man. Now, are you gonna see videos of Bun B? Smoking a little bit and stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, he used to smoke a little weed and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? But, them days are over with now. I mean, I don't know. I'm not around him 24/7. I mean, maybe he probably gets it in or whatever. But even with that, everybody smokes weed, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'd be surprised who smokes weed and who don't smoke weed. But smoking weed don't make you no thug, or don't make you no gangster, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? That's just something that you choose to do for leisure. That's your vice. It's just like somebody that drink beer or drink liquor or do their drug of choice or whatever. But that doesn't mean that some people would rather just do drugs and not even harm anybody. They would just rather be in their bubble and be left alone and stuff. But I'm not saying that that's where Bun B is. But I'm the point that I'm making is that he's a law-abiding citizen now, and what he did was actually legal. Him protecting his family or whatever. Listen, when you go inside of a person's home and you're trying to burglarize them or something like that, and your life is threatened, you have every right. You have every right to protect yourself. So that's my thoughts on it, man. Like I said, man, Bun B, he ain't no snitch. He ain't no rat. He ain't none of this stuff that people are trying to label him. He ain't no coward. He ain't no simp. He ain't none of that, man. He was a man trying to protect his family. He was a man that was in an unfortunate situation and trying to protect something that is precious to him. He had a life that is precious to him, near and dear to him. When we talk about his wife and his kid, his kids, of course. You know what I'm saying? But in this case, his wife. And he did the right thing. Anybody that feel like, oh yeah, well, Bun B's a simp or he's a coward or he's this or he's that, man, go ahead with that dumb shit, man. You know what I'm saying? You could go slap yourself and go fuck yourself as many times as you can. Pause, because you weren't in that situation enough to know what Bun B had went through. And like I said, what if it would have transpired different? What if a life would have been lost? What if multiple lives would have been lost? We would be having an entirely different conversation. I must state again, if Bun B, if if his wife would have lost her life, think of how people would have been looking at Bun B. Then they would have been like, oh yeah, he's really a coward. He didn't protect his wife. So it's like, damn if you do it, damn if you don't. You know what I mean? Damn if you do, damn if you don't. But Bun B, he definitely did, man. But uh, make sure y'all hit that like button. Sub to this channel if you're not a member. Also hit them notifications so that you're able to get all of my content, all of my videos too. Till then, man, it's straight to the point. Sports and entertainment, man. And I'm out.